Islam family, peace and blessings to you all. It's another wonderful day, even though some parts of the day or moments can be very strenuous upon doing the best you can do when you're out to go get assistance or talk to people. And when you ask a specific question, sometimes people want to go around the answer or they want to make things hard. We use that word very loosely. It's called being evasive. Evasive is just that. And when you're dealing with an evasive person, they tend to have something to hide, and they don't want to reveal any information because now all of a sudden you're asking too many questions and you're talking too much. I say this. I think that life with people, you gotta be very careful who you speak to and who you talk to because people appear to serve your best interests, and you judging on them who they are in their character and not what they seem to be. It's like not the other way around. But the things that we all must understand that it will arise in our thoughts that when we think that a person's being evasive, there always got to be some conflict of interest in communication because ones don't even know how to talk. I never really understood the whole thing when people speak different languages and they call it a language barrier. A language barrier doesn't always have to be related to speaking two different languages and you don't understand each other. It's also the same language that you speak, but the person's going around either what they want or they choose to hear what they want to hear, and they want to cause confusion in situations. And this is why a lot of people don't want to deal with other people because of the simple fact that these people are straight confusing. And anytime you are in the land of confusion, land of Babylon, you'll never get what you ask for. You'll never get a favorable reply from specific people because people don't want to give up information, or they want to shy around it and they want to have some type of ulterior motive to either do you some harm. So it's like when you meet people like that, they are automatically telling themselves family. And these are the type of people, when you see people like that, you don't want to deal with them again. It's like, okay, I'm going to go and order something, and they're going around what's on the menu, and no, we give you what I give you. No, that's gaslighting. We don't do that. I remember one time I was like at a Jack in the Box, right? And it was a while back, and I ordered some food, and they would never repeat the order back. Then so when I get to the window, I said, no, I didn't order that. Tacos, burger, you know what I'm saying? And they want to say, no, you have to take it. You bought it, you have to take it. No, I am not going to take it. Because number one, you never repeat the order back and never confirm my order. And then on top of that, you got an attitude too, so I really can't trust you. And you got to really, truly listen to people clearly. Excuse me. You have to listen to people clearly. So that way you can be able to interpret whether the person is genuine or not. Most of the time, it's like 15, 20 minutes of the conversation. They could play a role the whole time. But as days go by, when you start weeding them out, start filling them out or whatever, they begin to drop that fakeness about being real, and they're not even real to begin with. They're not even genuine. So then, you know what I'm saying, Then they're like a stalker. They got your contact number. They blowing up your phone, and your phone's constantly going off the hook. And you know what I mean. And they want to gaslight you. They want to con you. They want to extract finances from you because they said they caught you doing thus and so, thus and so. They have no proof. But if they have their mind and their business and stop pulling weeds in my garden and can't tend to your weeds in your own garden, then we can be cool, we can be all right. But if you cannot change your condition to better yourself and better your condition, that means that within yourself and your thoughts, you have something to work out. And I'm not going to be the one to pull your weeds in your garden. I can be able to assist with so much, but I don't want to be a full charge battery like a phone. You see what I'm saying? I'm constantly being drained because of the negative energy. And when you hear people start being evasive or talk over people or start being codependent, you know what I'm saying, or having a narcissistic behavior, you begin to understand where they're coming from. And the craziest thing about negative people is they tell themselves all the time. And to be honest with you, you can win, but at least you already know to a certain degree there's going to be some complications and conflict of interest with the thought because of the simple fact that they already have in their mind what they said and what they heard, and it doesn't make sense at all, doesn't add up. So in the court of law, that's like hearsay. If you ain't got no documentation to back up what you're saying or log in date, time, you know, who, what, when, where, why, how, then you don't have no facts. But if you could be able to document this stuff and put this on paper and be able to pull these records, then you could be able to see where the certain things are coming from and where these behaviors are. And number one, a narcissist person is always going to be gaslighting people. Gaslighting is showing dominance over someone who appears in their mind that the other person's inferior to their thinking. They have it's like supervisor, boss slash co-worker, you know what I'm saying, employee, slave with slave labor on a plantation. So these are the things that you all must understand, that when you're dealing with people like this, you're basically dealing with the devil himself or herself, or the King Herod, which they teach in the Bible. He will murder all those who don't honor him, or the specific woman who was like that, Jezebel. She'll do whatever she wants to do, whatever she can, gaslight, manipulate, you know what I'm saying, get what she wants. It's all the stuff that's happening in modern day society, family. And a lot of people can't be able to put two and two together, but I can call evil what it is because it is evil. I can judge men on who they are and not what they seem to be, because what they seem to be is an illusion. And what they seem to be is a belief where I think perhaps is, but it's not based upon accuracy or some type of facts. So when I'm speaking this information, it's just to teach the people who you could tell who is genuine and who actually means stuff from the heart. Because a person who means something from the heart is always going to be redundant. They're always going to be redundant because simple fact that this is who they are. Such as myself. I'm a very optimistic person. I'm a very outgoing Moorish American individual. You see what I'm saying? But I'm also very compassionate about what I study and what I read. And if I'm wrong, then I stand corrected. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to keep, switching mirrors and turning tables and playing musical chairs or playing hopscotch with information that's not even based upon truth or facts. But if I'm wrong, I'm going to say I stand corrected. I'm wrong. You know what I mean? I'm man enough to say that. But I will never sit here and talk to you all and mislead anybody to make you think that I am one way but not the other. So when you are dealing with circumstances and situations like that, you know that you have to remove yourself because it's going to get. It's like putting. It's like you're dealing with a situation where you're firing that gasoline. And when you come together, it's going to be like a big explosion. It's going to be like a big war between you. It's either going to get. It's going to turn verbal until it get physical altercation, and someone's going to get hurt. So you definitely don't want that. So what you all have to do and keep in mind is when you're dealing with people who gaslight people, you know what I'm saying? It's just a sort type of dominance, and I'm speaking upon the Hebrew Israelites when they come over here talking about Moorish Americans and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm gonna call you out because you know what? United before in Christ or something like that, and y'all looking like a doggone Teletubby. You know what I'm saying? You got the triangle pointing downwards. You know what I'm saying? Which is negative energy. So and then you want to play hopscotch with the scriptures. Well, I got some scriptures for you because you guys are narcissists. You guys have no type of unity whatsoever, and go audacity to go tell Moorish Americans that we're not doing nothing in the community, but you in Louisville. You ain't been to California. You ain't been to Newark, New Jersey. You ain't been to Wisconsin. You ain't been in Chicago. You ain't been to none of these places. And for y'all to just to say stuff like that and slander, the slander you speak, the slander you think, what is you eat, the slanderous corpses in your gut, and you ain't even right in your mind. And you want to play hopscotch with the scriptures to make yourself look good and sound good, and you will never be that. I'm gonna call the facts what it is, because guess what? Anytime someone wants to hate on a Christian, a Catholic, you stepping on my toes and you stepping on your family members' toes too, and they come from the church. You want to ridicule people from the church, and got to go audacity to talk about them. And you call yourself a Hebrew Israelite? Come on now. And then all of a sudden you got somebody reciting scriptures. You know what I'm saying? You can recite scriptures all you want, bro, but that don't mean nothing to me. Because guess what? Your words is the fruits of your labor. Your words is your fruits of your labor that leads to your actions. Your actions don't mean nothing. So then that means if you're slandering, that means you're thinking slanderous thoughts about yourself. And if anything, you don't love yourself to even try to show some type of compassion. We don't show any type of compassion, and I have no compassion for you. And I'm gonna say amongst my brothers and sisters, when you step to us again and you need our help, we're not gonna even assist you because all you're gonna do is slander us anyways and make you seem like you're better than. We know what the religion means. Religion means to one who practices. Yes, we are aware of that. To proclaim and practice. That's in our divine constitution and bylaws. So now I'm going to ask you, Hebrew Israelites, or whatever organization you with, that's some Johnny come lately type of demonstration. Where are your laws at? And you bet not say 10 commandments. Because if you say 10 commandments, you ain't following not near one of them. Because guess what? In 10 commandments, it says, love yourself. If you love your neighbor as you love thyself. So you ain't loving your neighbor. You hating on your neighbor. Everything that comes out your mouth is derogatory. You have no type of upliftment. You don't let nobody speak. You always want to have the floor. You always got to have the last words. And you always want to slander folks. And you always want to belittle people regardless of what walk of life they are. I don't care what you say. Because you ain't basing nothing on facts. And again, you, Hebrew Israelites, are being evasive. You guys go around the question. You don't sit here and embrace and teach the people. You don't talk to the people. You talk at the people. You talk at the Moorish Americans, and I'm not going to stand for it. And that's guaranteed. So you better have your facts straight when you step to me, Brother Moorish life, because that's what I'm about, this life. I ain't got nothing against Hebrew Israelites. I have a problem with how y'all dictation and how y'all speak, and how you speak and how you slander the community and talking about you're this and you're that, you're better than. You will never be better than. If anything, Moorish Americans will never say we're better than you. If anything, we call you our brother, but you always think that you got something against us. So let me bust this information. Let me bust your bubble. Let's look at the 6-pointed sword that y'all got around y'all and walk around with fringes. That 6-pointed star don't mean nothing to me, yo. Because guess what? All y'all vibrating is on negative energy anyways. That negative vibration, that lower triangle that's facing downward but not facing upward because you don't believe in uplifting and falling humanity. So let me call the facts what it is. So let's get the facts straight, brothers. Before you come step to a Moorish American, You better come with your facts. Because we ammunition, we ready. We stay scripture ready. Whether it be the Holy Bible that you read out of, whether it be the Holy Quran of Mecca, or whether it be the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science of America, you better come correct. Because you can sit here and play hopscotch with scriptures and words and your dictation all you want, because it don't mean nothing. Because what comes out your mouth, that's what you think. And you think hate, but you're not speaking love. You're speaking hate. You're speaking derogatory to belittle the people, to belittle the community, so that way they turn their back on you. And then when you call and ask us for help, we're not coming for your help, because all you're going to do is slander us anyways. So you guys walk around with them fringes on and purple and gold and all this other stuff, that doesn't mean nothing to me. If you treat people how you want to be treated, you draw what I'm saying, then you would draw a better audience. But since you want to slander everybody in every community, every organization, whether it be my brothers of the Nation of Islam or the 5%ers, you draw what I'm saying, because those are my brothers too. I'm more science, I'm Moorish American. Let's just keep it real. Our religion is Islamism. The word Islamism means the peace and action in emotion through thought, word, deed, and action, which you guys say. Y'all say shalom. You say shalom and peace all you want, but that don't mean nothing to us. Because if you ain't demonstrating the works, so your faith without works is dead to us. Because you don't have no faith. You have belief because that's what you believe in. Belief is what man thinks perhaps is truth, and faith is what man knows is truth. So as far as that 6-point star is concerned, that's the sign of Moses. That ain't the sign of David. That's the sign of Moses. So you better come correct when you're dealing with the Moorish American moms, because we can see right through you. And every time we try to make a dialogue and try to make peace with you, all you want to do is slander and make hatred towards us. And this is the second time I've seen that. And I'm not having it no more. And this is why I'm speaking on this. So you all better check yourself. So when you see some Moorish Americans, you better come with your facts straight. Because guess what? Your facts, would you say, oh yeah, the Moorish Americans, they're not doing nothing in their communities. And how do you know that? Have you ever been to every city and state in the 50 states to be able to say that? Have you been into a Moorish American community where you're from to see the works of a Moorish American Muslim? So if you cannot bring these accusations to truth, then that means they're false. And your whole ideology about yourself is false. So you better check yourself. That's all I got to say to you. So I greet y'all, Hebrew Israelites, Shalom, and we say Islam and more science. Peace and blessings. And before you start checking some Christians, you better check yourself. Islam.